What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, I want to dispel the myth that AMC is going to be going bankrupt. Alright. Not only did we just get the deal with Netflix settled, TMI and a few other YouTubers have done a pretty good job reporting on that. So that's just one area right there that shows us that we're not going to go bankrupt. But I also want to point out in Madison.com here, AMC's Finchburg 18 multiplex reopening today, 21 hours ago, so that would have been yesterday. Yesterday it opened, all right, and there's a picture of it right there. And it just goes on to tell you that they've decided that, you know, this sign has been on the door long enough, temporarily closed. Workers are back in there, things are getting set up, and at 4 o'clock they reopened. So that was yesterday at 4 o'clock. Right before the holiday season, people, we just added yet another theater, 18 screens, to our arsenal. So the upcoming earnings is going to be pretty nice. Next thing to consider is the 425 million AMC preferred equity units that Adam Aron has filed a prospectus to be able to sell. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Ape, and I've pretty much kept my dog or Ape out of that fight, except to just encourage people that I'm still holding. But it's important tonight. Let's just get down to it so that everybody understands what's going on with this Ape, all right? Because what I was doing my research tonight, and I come across this article by Frank Nez, and he says, AMC warns short sellers of possible Ape short squeeze. So I like it. Let me see if I could tweet it real quick, because I read the article and give a fellow Ape some love here. Now, Frank's article here was really interesting. AMC warns short sellers possible Ape short squeeze. And if you can remember, I told y'all GTII's CEO did the same thing. On June 23rd, right before they started to squeeze, there it is. All right. On June 23rd, the CEO of GTII writes market makers a letter requesting that they review their market making activity in GTII shares. And I showed y'all on July 23rd, Adam Aron tweeted or put out this video of him speaking where he did the exact same thing. He was explaining the volume does not match reality here. Y'all need to put a check on that. And then GTII finally got to its run-up. And right here in the article, Frank said that AMC warns short sellers of a possible Ape short squeeze. And I read the article. It was good. I'll put it in a link down in the description so y'all can find it too. Support this Ape. He's a good man. But I also was struck by what was he talking about? How did Adam Aron warn the short sellers? And he was talking about in this prospectus right here, and he's talking about on page S9, where in the prospectus for the 425 million new shares of Ape, these were going to be the risk, all right? And Frank points out that in the prospectus, Adam Aron specifically tells them that the extent of volatility in Class A common stock or preferred equity unit is caused or may from time to time be caused as has wide been reported by a short squeeze in which coordinated activity causes a spike in the market's price of our Class A common stock. So, after I read that in the prospectus, and I was doing some more investigating, I found out that Frank also has a YouTube channel, which was new to me. I've been reading his blog. I didn't know he had a video channel. But anyway, Frank, just to let you know, I've subscribed, I've hit the notification bell, and I'm like this video and almost finished watching it. But he tells you why he wrote that article, and that YouTubers weren't covering the fact that, I mean, it's right blatantly in front of us that Adam Aaron is warning them, hey, when we drop these fucking 425 million shares, you better know there's going to be a rise in volume. There's going to be a trading activity due to meme stock that's going to cause the price to go up. So get out now, basically, is the warning. So I went over here and I got the prospectus like I showed y'all. And I copied the first part, which is the introduction. This is just the introduction of the prospectus in a Word document so I can highlight stuff. This is the beginning of it. We have entered into an equity distribution agreement with Citigroup Global Markets as our sales agent and relating to the depositary shares, each representing 1/100. This is all the fundamental part of the prospectus. We get down here and it says sales, if any, of the AMC preferred equity units under this prospectus. All right, stop right there. I thought that was interesting that they said sales, if any. All right, which means they may not sell any Ape, 425 million Ape, but they are. I'm going to show you, and I'm showing you this. I agree with Frank. This is going to bring the short squeeze. Watch. And then it goes on to say that during the offering, this is the part I don't like. During the offering, that it would be made directly on or through the New York Stock Exchange or another market. All right, for AMC preferred equity units. In other words, what this is saying is they could sell it on the New York Stock Exchange or another market. That's really disturbing because that basically means they could sell these 425 million shares on the dark pool. Okay? Now, sales made to or through a market maker other than on the exchange, otherwise in negotiated transactions, all right, at market prices prevailing at the time of sale or at negotiated prices. All right? Now, a lot of people would say, well, that means he could do it less than. No, it also means he could do it for a whole lot more. You're going to be seeing that his focus is telling them this is about to squeeze, motherfucker. When we drop these shares, it's going to squeeze. That's been his belief all along. But let's continue. It could be on any market, and it could be at a negotiated price. It could be for $5, $80, $20, whatever price they're willing to pay. All right? And it's going to be preferred equity units if the sales cannot be affected at or above the price designated. All right? So you see how right up in this paragraph right here, we're seeing that there can be a negotiated price at or above put on any other market, and they can cover. All right. We also may sell AMC equity units to the sales agent as a principal for its own account. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Citigroup is the sales agent. All right. And they're saying that they can also sell Citigroup AMC preferred equity shares through this offering at or above the market value at a negotiated price. Okay. But what I found was interesting was down here, we're going to first take a look at what Frank was talking about. First, you go to risk factors in the prospectus and click on it. It brings you there. You go to page S9 and you see right here where Frank is showing that he is indeed warning them that due to meme stock trading, coordinated trading activity, we have experienced a spike in our prices. So, and it has been resorted by a short squeeze. All right. So he's warned them that Ape can do this because of the volatility of retail buying up the new Ape shares. But what I found interesting also was this part. where it says, the market prices and trading volume of our shares of Class A common stock have experienced and may continue to experience extreme volatility, which could cause purchasers of AMC preferred equity units to incur substantial losses. Now, right here in the prospectus on S9, he's warning the short sellers, hey, when I drop these fucking shares, that's going to be y'all's ass. Retail's going to gobble them up. And when they do, the price is going to rocket. And it's going to cause the short squeeze. And in the beginning of the article, or prospectus, he says, be careful, retail investors. Because of market prices and the volatility, extreme volatility, you could lose everything. So basically, Adam Aaron is telling you through this prospectus that APE is about to happen. When it does, it's going to cause extreme volatility in the market because retail and everybody else is going to be buying it up. It's going to cause a short squeeze, but don't get trapped. Right there in the beginning of the prospectus. So, now that I look over the prospectus myself and I go through it with a fine-tooth comb, yeah, I could see. Adam Aaron believes that dropping 425 million shares is going to cause extreme volatility in the market and will bring a short squeeze. And he's warning also retail, be careful, don't get trapped. Love y'all. Be blessed. Thank you, Frank, for that article. See you in the next video.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could